next guest is one of the biggest, brightest stars working in Hollywood at the moment. Before we do, I want to show you a clip of one of my favourite films of the last few years, the brilliant comedy, Knocked Up.
Yeah, it's...
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Seth Rogen. Wow, looking good, Seth.
Thank you.
Seth Rogen. Come on, sit down. Look at that. Oh. Great to have you here. But you look in good shape. You look like you've lost a considerable amount of weight since Knocked Up.
Yeah, I've thinned out. I stopped eating bacon all day, every day.
Would I be right in thinking that Knocked Up was the film that kind of changed your status, kind of put you on the map in Hollywood, in movies?
Yeah, definitely. I think before that, I mean, yeah, I was just a guy, just a chubby Jew. And then that made me a recognizable chubby Jew. So it helped a lot, definitely.
So being a chubby Jew in Hollywood didn't make you special in some way?
It didn't, actually. If there's one place there's a lot of chubby Jews, it's Los Angeles.
Did people, I mean, obviously struck a chord with people. It's a great comedy, of course, but did people react because of the storyline? Did young men who are about to have children, did they find it struck a chord with them? Did women who found themselves perhaps unexpectedly pregnant find that they responded?
Yeah, I found a lot of people sharing, like, very inappropriate stories about having sex without a condom.
Could you tell when someone was about to give you one of those stories? Did they come up to you with a certain look in their eye? Did you know? And was there a certain way they introduced that topic?
If they looked sad and pregnant, then usually it was...
That was a clue,
yeah,
right
like,
there.
there's a downtrodden-looking pregnant lady coming towards me. This is a Knocked Up fan.
And what did you say? How did you help them through this? Because it hasn't actually happened to you.
It's never happened to me. I say you should really make wiser choices in your life next time, and... No, I don't know. I'm in no position to say that. I usually say just congratulations for having sex, because to me, that's a big accomplishment.
Well, yeah. Were you like me as a young man? Did you think it would never happen for you, that you...
Yeah, I really thought it would never happen. Like, the idea of it happening was literally, like, it seemed more likely, like, aliens would abduct me than I would ever put my penis in something. Yeah, I would hypothesize what it would be like and... how awkward it would be.
What was the oddest thing you imagined about it as a child?
I used to think that this is so graphic and disgusting what I'm about to say. I used to think the vagina and anus were one super hole.
Wow.
That, in my head, I dubbed the vaginus, I guess. And I thought it was this kind of one-stop shop that could kind of do everything. You could have sex with it. It could go to any bathroom, 1 and 2.
You could wear it like a hat.
You could wear it like a hat. Wow. It could slice sandwiches and make your kids' lunch. That one lady. Wow, I've never been in a room where someone has a weirder laugh than me.
You're an unusual-looking man to be a Hollywood star. Do you mind me saying that? Because,
I am.
you know, the curly hair, the beard, you lost weight, but you're still kind of not conventional Hollywood leading man type.
No, I more look like a British talk show host, I think.
What have I done tonight to deserve this? But when you lost weight for the Green Hornet, did you find that you got less of the kind of parts that you wanted, or did you find that a whole new area of movie roles were open up to you?
Not really either, to be totally honest. I got in good shape for me, but like, if Matthew McConaughey looked like that, he'd shoot himself in the face. It was like, for me, it was spectacular, but like, for your average, actual fit celebrity, it was like after a 5-week bender of,
But you were, I guess, did the studio put you on a course of training and stuff? How did that agree with you?
Yeah, I would wake up really, kids should not do this, but what I would do is I'd wake up really early in the morning, smoke a giant joint, and then go work out with a trainer, and then go back to sleep and wake up a few hours later, and it was just like I had a bad dream that I woke up and I worked out. And I'd be kind of sore, and I'd be like, man, I had the weirdest dream that some dude exercised me for 3 hours. But then it was kind of like it never happened, and then just slowly I started getting in shape. It was incredible, actually. Never mind, I do recommend kids do that, because child obesity is a problem.
Yeah, well, it is. We had Jamie Oliver on last week. He offered a different solution, but it's nice to see.
He should hear me out, because I bet me and him could team up on that one.
I'll get you a meet. Is it legal in Los Angeles to smoke marijuana now?
If you have a prescription, which I do, luckily.
Hold on. What illness is it that's plaguing you so much that you need your marijuana?
I can't sleep, man. I got insomnia, and that leads to anxiety. It's all bullshit. You just go in. There's literally like ads in the paper like, weed doc, come in and I'll give you a weed prescription. And like you go in and they kind of coach you through it. They're like, oh, I've been getting headaches. They're like, don't you mean you can't sleep at night? Oh yeah, that's what I mean. You can't sleep at night. And they're like, yeah, and it's causing anxiety and it makes your head hurt, right? Yeah, and then they give you a piece of paper and you could walk into a store and buy weed like it's Christmas in Amsterdam.
Well, obviously, we don't condone drug use. You got married as well fairly recently.
I did, a week and a half ago.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'm so new at getting married, I forgot my wedding ring in the hotel room.
Oh, that old excuse. Yeah. You're away from home. I forgot the ring.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
the truth is, I just can't find a masculine way to display it. People are always like, let's see your ring. And, like, I find myself doing that. But I've recently worked out I got to do, like, the Run DMC. Fist
Bang
string.
it, the fist pump
that's
with the
my ring.
You know, we're going to take a break in a minute, but I have a surprise for you.
That's exciting.
It's quite a big thing.
Okay.
And it could be a life-changing thing.
This is thrilling.
I'm going to reveal all after the break. We'll be back with Seth Rogen, Michael Bublé, and a huge moment for you, I hope. Don't go away.
I'm excited.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Seth Rogen's still here. We've got Michael Bublé coming up on Coldplay. We're going to reveal this big thing. Before we do that, it's so big, I think we should save it for the end.
Good, okay.
Seriously, I don't know how you're going to react.
I'll probably shit all over this couch.
Well... That's kind of what we're hoping for.
Okay, good. And every time I shit, I vomit also.
Great.
So that I'll be ready for a meal after that.
You got... Seth's in town, not just to see us, he's in town because he has a new movie. He's promoting a new film. It's called 50-50. It's not out for a while. It's not out until November, 25th of November.
Yeah.
Quite a way off, but it's a real kind of change for you in some ways. I mean, it's a comedy, but it's a very different film. Explain what it's about. It's a kind of a topic you might think initially, whoa, how can they do a comedy about that? But
it's actually based on something that happened to one of my best friends 6 years ago. He got a giant tumor on his spine, and... You know, he was 25 and I was 22 years old when this happened, and he's fine now. He lived, and but while we were experiencing it, we realized that a lot of very funny and absurd things kept happening just because no one knew how to react, and we were so young, and we really couldn't think of a movie that felt like what we were going through. So after Will got better, we encouraged him to write a movie about what he experienced, and he did, and it turned into a really funny, at times sad, but overall very uplifting movie that really represents what we went through.
What level of concern was there that you would get it wrong, that you would do a film which people thought was mocking cancer, was making light of something which is obviously can be truly, truly awful, always is bad, but can be, you know, destroy lives?
There was a big margin of error for this movie, because a bad cancer comedy is the worst movie of all time, so we didn't want to make that. So, yeah, I mean, we really just tried to be as truthful to what we went through as possible and deal with it as honestly as possible and not be afraid to acknowledge that things were funny sometimes and not be afraid to acknowledge that things were sad sometimes. And luckily, I think we did a pretty good job ultimately, because the movie's been pretty well received.
I've seen the film, blew me away. It really blew me. I found it very, very funny and also at times very moving as well. So, and I know you've had those reviews all over the US, but I can wholeheartedly recommend you go and see it. It made me laugh and it made me dab a tear away from my eye as well. And you know what? I didn't nap once, and at my age, that's quite something.
That's good.
This is a clip, 50-50. It opens end of November here all over UK.
Okay, you know what I'd do? Get into the canter thing faster. Faster? Faster.
I mean, she didn't say
I
hello
know,
to me.
but it's your hook, man. It's what you got. It's, you know.
So what, just, that's the first thing I say? I'm just like, hello, I have cancer.
That's what makes you different. It's what sets you apart. You know, you're sympathetic.
Okay.
Just try it.
Okay.
What year is it? I love that guy.
It's a great song.
Totally.
I have cancer.
I was wrong. It was weird. It was weird like that. It's not, it doesn't sound cool.
No.
funny, it's sweet, and it's sad. Once again, the film's called 50-50, which is, in the film at least, that's the chance that this young man's given a survival. Was that the truth for your friend? Was he only given a 50-50, a 50% chance of survival?
Doctors don't generally give you odds that are that specific, but that was approximately his chance of survival, yeah.
Okay. Before we show you this big, possibly life-changing thing...
I'm ready. Get your towels out.
Okay. One final thing, you're working at the moment with one of my all-time heroes.
Yeah.
One of the greatest showbiz stars in the history of entertainment, Barbra Streisand.
Yes.
You're filming with Barbara at the moment. There you are. What are you doing with... What's the film?
It's called My Mother's Curse. It's about a mother and son that go on a road trip across the country together. I'm selling a product that I've invented, and like a cleaning product, and I invite her on the road trip with me, and she proceeds to annoy me for 2 hours, which is a lot like what it would be like to go on a road trip with my real mother, I think. Yeah, and she was great. I mean, she's really amazing to work with, and she's really has a lot of great stories.
Does she sing for you ever? She's told me she doesn't like to sing socially, or when she's in the shower, she doesn't sing at home.
No, she never has sang for me, actually.
That's kind of annoying, and if you're with someone like Streisand, you want them at least occasionally to knock out a bit of karaoke.
I told her dick jokes, so I think
you can at least return the favour.
It's only fair she does what she's good at. Yeah.
Your parents are both still alive. Your parents are still with you.
Yeah.
They must have been excited you're working with Streisand, weren't they?
They were very thrilled. I think every Jewish mother subtly models themselves after Barbra Streisand, so it was very thrilling for my mother to be able to say that she was getting played by Barbra Streisand.
Well, I'm glad we got onto your parents, because
my lineage is in question.
Well, I want to show you something.
Okay.
You okay with us doing this publicly?
I think it's going to be amazing.
When it was announced you were on the show, we were sent this, and I want you all to have a look, and please be sensitive.
Hello, Seth. I just wanted to take some time here. This is slightly awkward because what I have to say is incredibly personal. I was going to handwrite it in a letter, but I didn't have time, and I also don't know how to write. But I just wanted to tell you, Seth, I'm your father. We've known each other a while now. I don't know why I haven't told you before. I guess I felt awkward, slightly shy. But I'm your dad. And your dad that you think is your real dad up in Canada, not your dad. That guy's a weirdo. That's what I wanted to say. And that and the fact that I have a new movie called Everything Must Go. Everything Must Go in theaters all throughout UK, including Wales. So that's about it. Everything must go. And everything must go except for you, Seth, because you're my son. And I love you.
The wonderful Will Ferrell, and I believe him. I don't think he would do that just to sell a movie.
I don't think that's a joke at all.
So you're okay with that?
It's nice that was able to coincide with him selling a movie, though.
Yeah,
so that I'm happy about.
He's always got a movie coming out.
He does, so yeah. I've never even heard of that one.
So you're going to have to... Touché, my friend.
I heard it.
Okay, how great to have you on the show. What a pleasure to meet you. Mr. Seth Rogen, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Great to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with the movie.
Thank you.